look at the 49ers' last 4 wins, only one of those teams, Chargers, Rams, Saints, and Cardinals. Sorry, Cardinals. Only the Chargers have a winning record. And if you look at the 49ers' 7 wins, they only have 2 wins with two teams that they've beat with winning records. So my question to you is, a lot of people like to make the argument about the Eagles having a weak schedule, and their success is coming off of that. Can you make the same? That excuse be used for the 49ers? And should it be used for the 49ers?
Well, that's what I've been saying about the Niners. I'm looking at the Niners. I'm saying, you can read into them any which way. But the fact of the matter is they're 7-4. They're 11 games in, and they don't have a signature win on their schedule yet. And that's not their fault, but they just don't. And you can say maybe the Eagles don't either. So I feel like you should either approach both teams with skepticism or both teams with unbridled optimism. And the reason that people seem to me, I don't know, maybe if I'm misreading this, but it seems like people are more optimistic about the Niners, or giving them the benefit of the doubt, or overlooking the fact that they haven't played anyone either, is the fact that they've been together longer. They've been to the playoffs. And the Eagles are sort of like the up-and-coming team, even though they won a Super Bowl, but they kind of remade themselves. They have a new quarterback and a new coach. And I think a lot of people are like, okay, sure, they're 10-1, but they haven't really faced anyone. And what's going to happen when they go to the playoffs? With the Niners, I mean, you've seen Jimmy and Kyle in the playoffs, so I guess they get the benefit of the doubt. But all I would say is, like, it's not like they've won a Super Bowl or anything. It's not. People are talking about them like they have championship pedigree. Have you ever heard that phrase before?
Yeah,
championship pedigree. I don't know that they have that.
Sorry to interrupt, but to quickly say something on that, you only say that about teams who have done it year after year. Chiefs, Warriors, all these powerhouses in different sports. The 49ers have only been to the playoffs 2 times in college shenanigans, so I don't know.
The way I look at it is, the reason I was sort of lean toward the Eagles being better is the quarterback. It's a quarterback-driven league. And to me, Jalen Hurts is a better passer than Jimmy Garoppolo, definitely a better runner than Jimmy Garoppolo. He's a better player. And that gives the Eagles a leg up, considering the rest of their roster is really good too. Yeah.
And a lot of people like to bring up these last 3 games with the Eagles. They barely got past the Packers. True. They got past the Colts and lost to the Commanders. But what I want to say with that is, the 49ers 2019 year, when we started off 8-0, we lost to the Seahawks, barely got past the Cardinals, and then I believe we won the next game. Was it against the Saints? So I think it's definitely a valid excuse. But the other thing with the Eagles is they've taken care of business. They've only lost 1 game. We haven't. We've underperformed and lost to a few of these bad teams. So I'm just saying it definitely can be made for both teams, and I think it's something to look out for sure.
Yeah, and like if they were to meet each other in the NFC Championship game, it would be a road game most likely for the 49ers because they didn't take care of business in September and October. So these things do matter, but I'm not saying the Niners are going to lose, or it'll be very interesting. But right now it seems to me that I feel like Philly's better right now.
And people like to make excuses for like the injuries that the 49ers have. Philly has just as many injuries. They have Jordan Davis, their defensive tackle, out, who stops the run. They have Dallas Goedert, who he's a really good tight end, top 3 in the league, and is basically their whole offense. So they have injuries as well. And I think, top to bottom, they are a very talented team. They actually just lost their safety to injury, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So they are dealing with injuries as well, and adversity as well. So it's definitely interesting. They're getting groomed this season by these injuries.
Yeah. And maybe the fact that they are young and up and coming, maybe all that's true, and they'll lose in the first round. I think Jalen Hurts is really good. That's my hot take on him. I like him a lot.
He rushed for over 100 yards last game, and the same thing could be. The 49ers were young and up and coming in 2019 as well. So.
And I feel like he has a nice, quick, short stroke, quick release, and he can throw the quick stuff. but he also has like a very nice deep ball. It's got trajectory. It's got. I think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got weapons. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
And a good offensive line. And the Niners are like have an offensive line that's well coached. But you kind of got exposed against the Saints. If you have some good big D linemen, you can push the Niners around a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't push around the Eagles. That's a really good big offensive line.
The thing that I like about Jalen Hurts, what you were going back to that before we leave this, is Jalen Hurts has faced with adversity a lot of his career, getting benched in the national championship at halftime for Tua. Okay, then having to transfer kind of
to
up
Oklahoma.
your football career and face a lot of those questions of, am I still playing? Do I still want to play this game? And then be a second-round pick, sit for a year, and then come in, struggle at first, and then do really well. And go through a coaching change in your first year.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
It's a great story. And now look at him. I mean, he looks like a Pro Bowl quarterback, someone who's going to be going deep into the playoffs consistently. That's what he looks like.